powerful knight who have a curse. Kill him in just one hit, and then a grown man is literally trying to murder him.
Hello and welcome to WedNESday. So last week I said I was going to do Super Mario Bros. 3, but see, there's a problem. If I do Super Mario Bros. 3 next week, that means that the finale of the series is going to be with Legend of Zelda. Screw Legend of Zelda! Oh my gosh, this game is so hard! Were you coming here looking for a full-fledged review? It's only like 5 minutes, you know what? Because this game is so hard, and I can describe it in 2 words! Darknuts!
So I walk into a cave and an old man says, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this." So I take the sword and here's the thing. I don't remember very much of this game. I do know that I beat about 20% of it with a GBA, but somehow I was drawn to the very first dungeon. I hop in this tree's mouth and just start making my way through the rooms, throwing attacks at monsters and just generally having a good time. And let me just say this about Zelda. It's a lot like the first Mario game in the sense that if you have full HP, this game is broken. Having a projectile makes you nearly unstoppable, but taking damage, it makes the game unplayable. This game is so stingy with its hearts. The only time I ever saw hearts was at 1 HP and at full HP. A fat lot of help it does me there. But the second I lose that first HP, try as I might, I can never get HP again. It's over. But the first dungeon is a lot of fun, it's super fair, and I loved it. I got to fight this dragon, I got an extra heart, and I grabbed the first piece of the Triforce.
This could be a happy ending, perfect place to stop the show.
It only took me 10 minutes to beat the first dungeon, and then I needed to wander the land, getting killed and killed and killed again. Look, I said it in the first episode of WedNESday, and I feel it bears repeating here.
The original NES was not built for pampered, coddled, millennial 2016 gamer.
I doubt I'll ever be able to play the game Morrowind. I need waypoints. Heck, I like waypoints! There are so many videos on YouTube that demonize them. Remember when games used to be fun? You know, before an arrow got to the next location? Yeah, I remember when games were fun. It's when I had a waypoint leading me to the next fun part of the game. Whatever. So I wandered the desolate Hyrule fields, unsure of where to go, until by chance I got to this screen. And then I remembered a video I watched a couple months back where somebody was complaining about how cryptic it was to get to this dungeon. So I did the little open sesame trick and boom, I got myself to another dungeon. Now, this is the 5th dungeon, and I admit 4 hearts and a boomerang is probably not ideal for it, but ultimately, I don't feel it matters because of this room. Holy crap! 1 heart or 100 hearts, 1 hit is a death sentence without your shooty sword. This room is just nonsense. Freaking Darknuts, man! One of these guys would suck to fight, but how many are in this room, like 50? Now, it took me forever to get past this. Seriously, it took me the entirety of the Sequelitis series to beat it. I know this because I was listening to it while I was playing, and I got to listen to every episode, and the first 2 episodes of Game Grump's Symphony of the Night. The entire series. That's not exactly a short amount of time, but eventually I did beat them all. But the joke's on me, because without the item from the 2nd dungeon, this is impossible. So I left a defeated man, and I started searching around, and I found myself another dungeon. The 3rd one this time. Sweet, this should be much easier. Oh crap, Darknuts again! Granted, the orange ones are significantly easier than the blue ones, but also granted, the Darknut is one of the worst enemies to fight in video games ever. Let's take a look at it. So you need to stand within 1 space of it, and attacking from the front doesn't work. If you attack from behind, it also doesn't work because he's always in the move. But if you do by some miraculous chance get to hit him, he's so close to you that he'll immediately turn around and take away your only semblance of chance. So your only chance is hitting these guys from the side, which I feel is completely luck-based, because you just need to hope that he walks in such a way that his side is showing to you. But even after the attack, he will likely turn to face you. The blue ones are even worse because they're moving much faster, meaning that there's even less time to attack these guys, but the red ones still suck to fight. The worst part about these dudes is they have the nearly infinite amount of HP. I don't know what it is, but I do know that it's higher than 5, and since the attacks from the front don't work, I find it just very unfair. I died a lot from these guys and nearly had an aneurysm. Seriously, I considered turning my mic on while recording so you could hear my screams of frustration, but honestly, a lot of the audio would just be the Sequelitis series, Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, and the co-optional podcast. And sometimes in reviews, I want to use sound from the video game and not a jumble of sound effects and music contrasted against Takahata 101 talking about the SR-71 Blackbird. Get your mother with a filthy sky! I can't beat this game is the Darknut. If it were a one-time thing, maybe I could do it. But here's the thing, it's a consistent enemy that is no fun to fight, and no amount of extra HP and damage will help me. I quit!
The Darknut is harder to kill than the Red Devil. That makes this whole game harder than Ninja Gaiden. I find that very hard to believe. Well, come on back next Wednesday for the finale, Super Mario Bros. 3. I remade that episode. I actually really liked it.